gotta get rats out of your garage fast. All right, guys, when it comes to rats inside of your garage, that's a good sign that they're starting to move into your house, all right? So one of the things to look for is garages that are completely compacted with content. That's a huge, huge infestation breeding ground for rats. That's a big attractor for rats. They absolutely love it. The garage behind me is not so bad. We've seen a heck of a lot worse. So making sure you keep your garage nice and tidy is a huge, huge benefit. Some of the great things to look for is the bottom of doors like this. Okay, this is fine right here. So no rats can get in through here. But doors are a huge entry point for mice and rats. Now the first thing you want to do in your garage is you want to go around and really inspect for entry points. Entry points are the biggest factor when you're dealing with any type of rodents. As you can see here inside this little closet, we've got some entry points here, over here. These are all areas that you want to focus on. Any type of holes like this, okay? Also too, the biggest entry points is the larger garage door. The biggest entry points is right here. These corners, you guys, right there. That's a huge entry point for any type of rodent. Even a big rat can make it through there. So you want to make sure that these areas are completely sealed up. You also want to inspect the bottom of the door. This door actually is really nice and tight sealed against the garage floor. But again, see that entry point right there? All right, guys, another little clue is if you have a sewer clean out that's close to the garage and you see any bite marks or chew marks on this rubber gasket, that's an indication that you've got sewer rats that can enter in from the garage as well. So something to look for. All right, guys, entry point close to garages. This all needs to be sealed up properly here. Other areas are crawl space vents, entry points like that. We're not finished yet. Now we got to go above the garage. All right, guys, huge, huge entry point for rodents into a garage. They come in through the attic and then into the garage. So anytime you have exhaust fans like this, you see how I can get my hand right in. Rodents love to climb. And while you're up on the roof, always a good rule of thumb here is to make sure you cover all of the waste and sewer vents as well. All right, for our openings, we love using the Pure Black NFF. This is an amazing product. It's an expansion foam, but it's designed specifically for rodents. Another great tip for rats in a garage is never feed your pets. If you're gonna feed your pets, you guys, make sure you feed them and then take all of the remaining food out, bag it, or store it away. You never wanna keep pet food inside of a garage. It's a huge attractant to outside rodents. Now, a lot of rodents love to escape from the outside. So if you leave your garage door open during the day or even at night sometimes, the rodents will come in and they're gonna go straight for any type of food inside of a garage, or they're going to make their way up into the attic. So making sure that like a closet like this and having any entry points that go up to the attic area, you want to make sure that all of those are completely sealed up. All right, guys, when it comes to trapping rats in the garage, here's what you want to use. We're going to go ahead and try this rodent lure right here. Now, this right here is supposed to be a huge, huge odor attractant to the rats. And so we're gonna go ahead and use this. We're gonna place them along the edges of the garage. So if you do keep your garage open, you definitely wanna place some traps around the perimeter of the garage so you can help decolonize the rat population around your house. So go ahead and get started. All right, guys, this liquid peanut butter lure is super, super potent. So make sure you've got some gloves. This concoction was created by a guy by the name of Jim. He was an absolute master at trapping. So he created this solution. Now a little goes a long ways. So we're just gonna rub it here on the bait plate. I added a dab of peanut butter. We're just gonna soak this plate here and a little bit of the springs here, and then we're gonna bait it or activate it and then put it inside the garage along the walls. Ooh, man, I feel like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
It's peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Now there you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. Peanut butter jelly.
All right, guys, the way to set a trap inside of a garage is, I'm assuming that they're going to be coming in through here, right? So you want to make sure that you set it right here along the runway. So as they're coming through here, they're going to feed into this station here, and then bam, right there. So you don't want anything, if you have stuff in the garage, you don't want anything over it, because this right here, if it activates, it's going, we see a lot of times where they'll set the traps underneath content items. That's going to defeat the purpose. So this is how you want to be able to place the traps. You don't want to place it this way like this. We like setting the traps perpendicular to the wall. All right, guys, if you want to change it up a little bit, get the Victor glue boards. These are awesome as well, especially around some infestation or their pathways. So this is another great alternative. Now, it's not the most humane. You got to remember, rats, you know, they're going to be stuck on this, and it's going to take a couple of days for them to you know, die. And if you're into humane trapping, this is really, these two items aren't really the way to go. So I'm just not a big fan of rats. I've seen the massive destruction that they do to homes, fires that they cause, all the viruses. So for me, this is a huge win for me when we catch rats. All right, as far as these glue boards, you want to peel this paper back real slow like this. All right, and the way you want to set these is you want to set it again along the runway of the wall. Rodents love to stay close to the wall. They feel very protected. So as they're running, they're going to run right into this sticky pad. I'm going to actually add a little bit of the peanut butter lure on the outside here, just to give it that extra protection or extra attractant for the rodents to come close to it as well. Pour a little bit in the middle here. There we go. So this is a great way. So depending on the size of your garage, guys, will be dependent on the amount of traps that you want to place around the perimeter. Also recommend getting all of the items that are against the wall, remove those. Get your garage clean and organized. I can't tell you how many times we go to a home and there's just a lot of content. So number one, entry points. So if you don't want to clean out your garage and you want to continue to use it as a storage facility, I would highly recommend you making sure that all of your entry points, number one, are completely sealed off. All right, guys, got all of the entry points completely closed off. You can see right there, up there as well. All of that is sealed off. I'm gonna go ahead and put another glue board right above here below the tankless water heater. Set it right there. The reason why I'm placing it here, guys, is because there's a couple different rodent droppings in here. So we know that there's been some activity in this area right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put some of that lure in. Okay, we got a little drop there. Boy, this little water heater closet smells like a peanut butter pie. If you have a lot of rodent urine and dropping cleanup in a garage, I'm a big fan of this Urine Destroyer. Literally, guys, the name is absolutely perfect. It destroys rat urine. Highly recommend you use a sponge, wipe it up with water first, get all of the dust and the debris off, then spray it. Allow this to sit for a good 5-10 minutes, and then you just want to blot the areas. This stuff is pretty awesome. We like using our Twinzyme. So the Twinzyme soaks in, gets all of the particulates, everything out of there, and then we finish it off with this. It's an absolute game changer in urine and rat dropping cleanup. What are some of the signs that you have rat infestation inside of your garage? Well, you're gonna see these brown sort of smudge marks. You're going to see dead rats. You're going to see a lot of droppings. It's going to smell like urine and rat infestation. You'll see nesting in between your contents. You will see, if you're storing food, you'll see holes in some of the bags with all of the food coming out. Those are all great signs that you have rat infestation inside your garage. Another sign, guys, is scratching in the walls or the ceilings. Oftentimes laundry rooms are adjacent or are inside of garages. So those are signs that you have rodents that are nesting inside of your actual garage. We did a video showing you what happens inside of a laundry washing machine. Absolutely amazing. Check this out right here. All right, we're gonna go ahead inside. We see some toilet paper or paper towel. So, oh yeah, check this out. Massive nesting underneath this washing machine, guys. So they were actually coming up from the top and dropping down and nesting inside the washing machine. Unbelievable. how they got into that washing machine was actually through the drain pipe. That's why I told you earlier, check your drains, because sewer rats love to come into the sewer and drain system and then come into the home from there. So if you do have a washing machine, they'll chew right through that discharge hose and then come right into your garage or your home. Why do rats go into garages? Well, rats and mice love garages because it's a great way for them to have shelter. If there's food and water, it's a perfect environment for them. That's why they love garages. How do you know if you have mice or rats? Well, the rats are going to be a lot more destructive. Mice, they tend to stay on higher elevations, where rats like to stay on the lower elevations. You're going to see a lot more destruction with rats inside of your garage. All right, a lot of garages have attic gables like this. You want to make sure that you inspect and make sure that everything is sealed off. Yep, this looks good. All right, guys, hopefully this video helped keep them rats out of your garage. Hit the comments down below, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.